Tonight on Denver7 News at 6, a symbol of inclusion is torn down and replaced with a symbol of racism in a Colorado town.
To see it as something that needs to be destroyed, it hurts.
But the story doesn't end there. Tonight, how the community is using a possible hate crime to prove that love will overcome.
Really, we want everyone to be welcome and feel welcome.
Plus, some Colorado sports fans will get a refund over the altitude blackout.
Denver's school system is about to make a major decision that will shape its future.
A program meant to save live music venues is not working fast enough.
For everything that we could, honestly, and I mean, just cash flow wise, in order to make sure we have money in the bank.
And with $5 billion in new funding to improve our roads, Democrats must now explain how more money will create a smoother ride.
June is Pride Month, and maybe you've already seen colorful flags around your community. But not even 2 days after one city put up flags, someone tampered with their display. Good evening. Thank you for joining us for Denver7 News at 6. I'm Ann Trujillo.
And I'm Shannon Ogden. We're glad you're here tonight. Louisville police eventually caught the 74-year-old man who replaced those pride flags with Confederate flags. He tried to deny it, but he eventually gave the flags back to police.
Well, tonight, the mayor of Louisville has a message. One hateful act does not define a community. Here is Denver7's Liz Gilardi.
More than a colorful display, these flags hold so much meaning.
It gives me pride. Pride in myself, pride in my community, pride in my neighborhood, pride in the city.
500 tiny flags decorate the medians at a busy Louisville intersection. The mayor says to her they represent equity and inclusivity.
Really, we want everyone to be welcome and feel welcome.
The display went up June 1st to mark the beginning of Pride Month, but the very next day,
A friend of mine text messaged me that the flags were taken.
witnesses captured these images showing a man taking the flags. Then, as you can see here, he added a Confederate flag to the display.
I was saddened. I can't say I was surprised.
Marty Morey is the executive director of Out Boulder County, a nonprofit that advocates for and provides services to the LGBTQ community. The organization also provided the flags for this display.
It's hurtful to see someone come and destroy something that is a marker, a flag of love and kindness and belonging. To see it as something that needs to be destroyed it hurts.
This afternoon, the mayor of Louisville replaced the stolen flags. She says this hateful act doesn't represent her city.
It's certainly not the Louisville spirit. It's, not what the majority of the community would do. By and large, when I was putting them back out, you had honking and people stopping to say thank you and excitement, and that person just honked now. So there's a lot of excitement and joy around it, so I think it's an exception.
But it reminds Marty her work is far from over.
Changing hearts and minds, that's the hard work. We have made so much progress in my lifetime and before, and there's so much more to do.
That's why these flags are here, a symbol of hope, progress, and equality, not easily deterred.
It's an emotional feeling. Pride brings up the best of emotions, and this one incident of hate is not going to ruin my parade.
Liz Gilardi, Denver7.
I have no qualms in saying what I do not know. I'm the most ignorant person standing up here right now in terms of Denver Public Schools. But I know that much, and I'm looking forward to continuing being the learner.
Tonight, the Denver School Board is expected to make Dr. Alex Marrero the new superintendent, despite lingering criticisms about his experience.
Dr. Marrero worked as superintendent on an interim basis in New Rochelle, New York. He only spent a year on the job there. And then last week, he was named in a lawsuit which claims he tried to get New Rochelle staff vaccinated illegally and then retaliated against the whistleblower who called him out.
A coalition of Latino leaders here in Colorado say Dr. Marrero's appointment should be put on hold.
If they did know that this was coming forward, they should have notified the community. And second, if they did not know that this was coming, then they didn't vet the candidate properly.
Denver7 Sloan Dickey joins us live tonight as the board discusses its next move. Sloan?
It absolutely is, and you caught me at an interesting moment. They're actually closing their comments right now for a vote that will come up in just a few minutes on Alex Marrero. Each board member, I should say, has been given a few minutes to speak on their vote, and so far it seems to be overwhelmingly positive. So those criticisms that you mentioned the board members seem to have worked through those things, and the feedback has been overwhelmingly positive from the board. Marrero, as you mentioned, was chosen from a group of 3 potential superintendents for his commitment to diversity and inclusion. He comes from a posting in New Rochelle where he was the first Latinx head of the school system there. He also said that his goal is to get kids back into the classroom as this pandemic winds down. Some parent groups have raised concerns about his nomination, including a lawsuit he is named in regarding the response to the New Rochelle School District's response to COVID-19. But several board members have spoken strongly in favor over the past few months and say that he is the right multicultural pick for a multicultural and multilingual city. And as I just mentioned, most of the feedback has been overwhelmingly positive. There has been some pushback from board member O'Brien, but all of the other members, they have spoken overwhelmingly in positive terms about him. And I would say we do expect for him to be confirmed as the next superintendent. Reporting in downtown Denver, Sloan Dickey, Denver7.
Sloan, thank you. And Jeffco teachers rallied this afternoon for higher pay and also for more support from the district. The teachers' contract expires in August, and they are also pushing the district for more equity. A spokesperson for the teachers union told us today there are only 6 licensed black educators for the entire district. The Jeffco School Board is meeting tonight. We'll update you if there's any progress on a contract.
Things are returning to normal at the JBS plant in Greeley. A ransomware attack shut down production at JBS facilities all over the world this week. The company is not required to disclose details, so we may never know the true extent of the damage. It appears things were taken care of quickly enough to prevent a supply chain issue. The USDA says the number of cattle slaughtered today was almost exactly the same as it was a week ago. Of course, you may still feel the impact. Wholesale meat prices are at their highest point since the start of the pandemic.
United Airlines faces 2 more lawsuits from people who were on board that plane whose engine caught fire over Broomfield. Engine parts landed on the ground. Nobody was hurt here. The NTSB believes engine wear and tear caused a fan blade to snap off just after takeoff from DIA February 20th, when the plane did eventually land back in Denver safely. United's now facing 9 lawsuits from people on that flight. Well, Aurora police confirmed today a 72-year-old man died in a fist fight at a gas station a couple weeks ago near I-70 and Pena Boulevard. Now, they haven't arrested anyone. They say, quote, the other man involved in the altercation is cooperating with the investigation.
A camping ban proposal was shut down in an Aurora City Council committee this morning. The idea was floated by Aurora Mayor Mike Hoffman, who says many camps are a public health threat. Now, as mayor, he can still bring the proposal in front of Aurora City Council if he chooses.
Another sign our country is rebounding from the pandemic. 385,000 people filed for unemployment last week.
And that's actually the lowest number since stay-at-home orders took effect in mid-March of last year. It's a sign layoffs are slowing and the economy is strengthening.
But we do continue to hear of worker shortages in several areas: truck driving, lifeguards, restaurant work, and retail, to name a few. Now, all those industries are hiring now. Many business owners say they just can't find enough workers because of these enhanced unemployment benefits.
The majority of my peers are utilizing the unemployment as like a basic social income to start their own businesses or to start their own projects. To go back to a hospitality position where you're not paid well or you don't get benefits, it's not sustainable. So that industry of labor workers is now seeking out ways to be more sustainable in today's, economy.
Now, the employment data disproportionately impacts women. The vast majority of people who left the workforce since the pandemic were women, and for many the issue is childcare. More than 7 million Americans say they're not working right now because they have children who are not in school or in daycares.
Tonight, there are new questions about a government program to help theaters and concert venues closed by COVID. The Shuttered Venue Operators Grant Program set aside $16 billion in aid. Well, tonight, months after the application process started, only 50 venues have been approved for the emergency money, and only one of them is here in Colorado. And this is out of 13,000 businesses that applied for the money. The Small Business Administration, which runs the grant program, has not responded to our request for comment. Colorado's first vaccine millionaire will be announced tomorrow. The first Colorado Comeback cash drawing was officially held last night. So in order to qualify for the next drawing, you need to have had your first dose of the vaccine by June 8th.
Ball Arena will be allowed to reopen at full capacity for the Nuggets and Avalanche games if those teams advance to the next round of playoffs that will be played here. And everybody over the age of 3 still has to wear a mask. Coors Field will be open at full capacity starting June 28th. Now, there is a legal challenge going on right now over the All-Star game, which is scheduled there in Coors Field mid-July. A group has sued Major League Baseball looking to move the game back to Georgia. Today, Colorado's Attorney General Phil Weiser responded. He called the legal challenge disappointing and praised baseball's decision to move the game here over Georgia's voting laws. Quote, Major League Baseball, he says, should be commended for standing up to the right to vote.
The Attorney General also announced a settlement with DirecTV over the altitude blackout.
Now, you might remember DirecTV charged people a regional sports fee, even though the altitude channel, which carries the Nuggets and the Avs games, was not available.
Dish and Comcast are still doing this to customers, but DirecTV will be paying you back if you found yourself in this situation. Here is Denver 7's Gary Brode.
Check or credit. DirecTV customers in the fall of 2019, you're soon getting one of the two.
It's awesome. I'm glad.
Adam and Katrina Martinez are 2 of more than 200,000 customers getting money back from the service provider. The Attorney General released the news on Thursday that DirecTV will be paying out more than $1 million in refunds to Coloradans overcharged during the beginning of the altitude sports blackout.
I was angry, kind of bummed out.
In September and October of 2019, while DirecTV and Altitude Sports were going through contract negotiations, the channel was taken away. Sports fans were still paying for the regional sports network package, which can cost anywhere between $1.89 all the way up to $8.49 per month, depending on your zip code.
You need to give the people with the quality that they're paying for, and you're not giving it to them.
Those who called and complained at the time, they received a credit on their bill, so they will not be getting their $5 for the settlement. Attorney General Weiser says some called, but many, like Martinez, did not.
I think I was more busy than anything. I didn't want to be on hold.
A representative for DirecTV says it meant fans missed 11 Avs games and only 3 Nuggets games in that 2-month span in the fall. DirecTV also said this about the settlement: while we've reached a compromise in favor of our customers, we strongly disagree with the basis of the challenge. Current customers will be getting $5 towards an upcoming bill. Old customers can expect a check in the coming months. It's not much, but it's something. I'm Gary Brode, Denver 7.
All right, we have a quick update on the DPS search for a new superintendent. We understand the vote was just taken and Dr. Marrero was approved as the new DPS superintendent.
As you heard in Sloan's report a few minutes ago, feedback was positive from the board members tonight during the virtual meeting. So the vote just came across, and the new head of Denver Public Schools is Dr. Alex Marrero.
Next at 6, we'll explain how the state is going to raise $5 billion for our roads and which part of the bill you might get stuck with.
Plus, the Nuggets try to run out the clock on Dame time, and the Avalanche could sweep their way to a Stanley Cup.
There are some scattered thunderstorms south and west of Denver. Coming up, I'll let you know if we can expect rain for the weekend.